Hey everyone! So I made a post on my Facebook this morning from Rebecca Lynn Pope, and it was in an email that I got this morning, and it was just so perfect for today's current atmosphere. It tends to be dating season, and as many of you know, I help people through dating, pre-marriage, divorce, marriage, all that kind of stuff. So the post that she sent out for us was, if you are always the one initiating, then they are probably not that into you. It was along those words. And so I wanted to expand on that because a lot of people, especially women, to be honest with you, will take a statement like that so personally that it makes them feel some sort of way. That statement doesn't have to be a negative. For example, you have to get to the point where you understand you're not for everybody, and everybody is not for you, and it's okay. It's like, especially women, like I said, we get into this fantasy world that we think every man we meet is supposed to be the one. Well, let me tell y'all something. I'll be 41 next month, and I can promise you there's always another man out there. They're always waiting. And I don't mean that in a way to like be egotistical or to boast or anything like that. I'm trying to make a point that somebody is always waiting in the wing for that current man to mess up or that current man to fumble, whatever it might be. There's no shortage of men. Yes, I know you can have statistics and say that there's more women than men and blah, 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 whatever. At the end of the day, there's still always somebody else. And it's not just for women, being concerned about this. There are some men that are concerned about this issue too. There's always another woman, right? You are not going to always be every next person's cup of tea. You're just not. And so when you realize that and you understand that the effort that they are or are not putting into you is a reflection of their interest, it becomes so much easier to deal with. It is so much easier for you to say, okay, well, maybe I'm just meant to be his friend, or maybe I'm just meant to be her friend, than taking their lack of interest personally as though like you don't deserve it, or as though nobody's gonna like you, or no, that's a bunch of BS. There's always somebody waiting. Always. It's how you look at it up here as to whether or not they find you or you find them. Okay? Again, I've said before, move to the right places where men are actually looking. Okay? Where they're looking for a relationship or marriage or whatever it is that you're looking for. And vice versa, if you're a man wanting a relationship and you don't want to be sleeping around and having every next girl, then move to a place where the women are taught that culturally, traditionally. Okay? On the coasts, I lived on both East and West coasts. Marriage and commitment was not the priority. It was all about hustle and getting to the top and, making the most money and being better than this one and being better than that one. It wasn't focused on marriage. It wasn't focused on healthy relationships. And I'm not saying that there aren't people who are not or are, right? There are some that are focused on relationships and marriage, but that's not the majority in those areas. Here in the Midwest or South, that's pretty much what they're taught from day one, is to find the person that's compatible with you, who matches you spiritually, all of that kind of stuff. So stop treating that phrase that they're not interested in you as a bad thing. It just means you can move on that much faster. And it's okay. And you can just be friends. You don't have to get rid of them. If they're a good person, you can hold on to them as a friend. You don't have to dismiss them and say, well, because you don't want me, we can't be friends. That's stupid. It really is stupid. I have some of the best male friends that will be lifelong friends, married or not married, right? And a lot of them are married now or in long-term committed relationships, and we're still friends. Okay? Whether it was platonic friendship or I dated them, it didn't matter. We're still friends. And it's okay, right? You just move on and you find somebody that matches you spiritually, somebody that, can make you laugh or that enjoys laughing with you, likes going on adventures, likes growing and building together and understanding that we all change over time and they're not just going to up and quit just because you're on a journey, right? So think about it. Take time to reflect today and get rid of the negative connotations that come along with a post or a saying like that. Again, it's okay. Just move on and you'll find the right person who's meant to match you. Okay? Have a great day. Bye, guys.